Welcome, everybody, to the ASMR Broadcasting Network. We're here in Kansas City, Kansas, as we get set for the ASMR Zombie Truck Series race at Kansas Speedway. This mile-and-a-half D-shaped oval is sets us up for some really exciting adventures. My name's Alan Bledsoe, and I'm here in the booth with Mr. Dalton Kilrow. How are you, Dalton? And what do you expect from this race?
Well, I'm doing very good, Alan. Thank you for asking. I do expect for a lot of guys to be running right up by that wall. Maybe after the first lap, you'll see everybody migrate up there. It's just got so much momentum and speed. If these guys are running anywhere near the bottom, they're going to be using their tires up, and they won't be worth anything towards the end of a long run. So you're going to see leaders all the way back, all the way riding that outside line.
They're going to be trying to save their tires, trying to save everything they've got for sure to the very end. And you're right. That's where all the speed is up at the top of the racetrack, as close to the wall as you can get. So a lot like Darlington, where you just have all that momentum from this progressive banking. What are some of the track stats? I mean, it's our first night race of the season, so it's bound to be quite a crazy race. But oh my goodness, the pace car.
As we see the pace truck morph to another dimension.
Oh, we saw that last week in Atlanta. Speaking of Atlanta, Stephen Black ended up being your pole sitter for the second week in a row. That's amazing. That's just, it shows you how fast he is in qualifying.
Yeah, starting on the pole always puts you in a really good spot come race time, because then you are right in front, you're control of the field, and you've pretty much got it all to lose right there.
So this racetrack, 68 degrees is the air temperature, mostly cloudy, nighttime. It's going to be fun. Stephen Black is your pole sitter, as mentioned before, as Clark Gennikin is in second place. Third place, Alan Bledsoe. Fourth place, Robert Hunrada. Fifth place is Corey Melton, and that's all we can get in because we've got to get to the start of this race. Let's go racing. Oh, we got a spin in the back.
Ooh. Couple cars got checked up there. Looks like we definitely have the 46 in the infield. It looks like there's another car slow on the front stretch near him.
Yeah, looks like it.
Who is that? That is the 07. And it looks like the 42 is also slow on the front stretch.
Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, he's got the worst amount of damage.
But there is no caution, so we are going to have to keep going. Looks like Stephen Black is still your leader coming out of turn 4 as they complete lap number 1. Oh, we got a tight battle between him and Clark Gennikin in the 81. Clark's going to get to that outside going into turn 1. It looks like he might be able to clear him coming out of 2.
Yeah, he's going to be up on the high side. As was mentioned before, that high side is going to have all the momentum in this race, and he takes it. Clark Gennikin, your new leader, already in lap 2 of this race.
Yeah, you are going to see guys defending that top 4 their lives if somebody has a run on them, because it is very difficult to hold somebody off if they get to your outside. You're going to have a hard time getting your right front burnt up just having to stay a lane lower on the track.
And it looks like we have 5 or 7 car breakaway. I mean, the 6th and 7th are pretty far away, but
Stephen Black tries a slide job.
He's
actually going to make it work.
As Robert Hunrada hits the wall hard, that's going to send him straight backwards. He might just fall out of this pack.
Most likely is definitely going to happen, especially with some aero damage on that right front of that 8 car. Or 8 truck. I'm gonna do that all night again. I'm sorry.
Just like
but
Phoenix
I am still surprised that Stephen Black was able to make that slider work and have as much grip on the bottom. I mean, I know he's only lap 3 of the run when he made the move, but I would think that would still be too late in the run to really make that work. But he's proven me wrong.
Yeah, he. Well, we'll see. We'll see what kind of an effect it has on that one move even had on the tires, because we know that there's a significant tire advantage just by staying up top as well, not just the speed advantage.
Yeah, definitely dropping to that inside as we see CD Moore looking to the inside of Clark Gennekin.
That is Corey Melton.
Oh, that's Corey Melton?
Corey Melton in this 48.
Ah, I can't see. I am. I'm
Moore
sorry,
is
Corey. As
actually
we
now-
see CD now passing Corey Melton.
Yeah, and he's actually making some moves. He actually gets side by side with Clark, and he's going to try to side draft. It's not going to work though.
Still trying to make that inside work, but I just think there's been too much wear on the tires already. That inside's not going to work for much longer.
Yeah, as everybody else other than this is pretty much just kind of racing single file. As CD Moore now making a move to the lead.
Yeah, that outside line, that run coming out of the corner is going to keep Stephen Black up there. I'm not sure how much longer CD Moore is going to be able to hold that on the inside. Eventually he's going to start pushing tight, and he's going to lose a lot of ground because these guys are just going to just blow by him on the outside here in about 2 laps, maybe even now.
He did officially lead that lap, so maybe that was all he wanted to do is try to lead a lap.
Could be.
Now it looks like he's going to lose a lot of momentum off the corner, and that's going to allow Stephen Black to clear him.
Yeah, Stephen Black's almost going to clear him. CD drives it in there, he gets it to stick, but he just doesn't have this speed coming towards the end of the straightaway that Stephen, Clark, and Corey have up on that top.
And keep in mind, I mean, if I remember correctly, all these guys up in the top side, these guys are teammates, and CD Moore is trying to break them up just a little bit. This kind of reminds me a lot of Daytona and Talladega racing, where you've got teammates racing in a line, and you've got guys trying to break them up, trying to get in between them. As CD Moore dives it down into turn 1, still not going to be able to clear the 98. Is that true, Dalton? Is Stephen Black Melton and Gennekin's teammate? I can't actually.
I can't remember myself either. I want to say they are, but I don't remember. It's been a little while since I've checked the team lineups, rosters, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
So all 3 of them could be teammates.
Well, we know they're all in black base trucks, so.
Black Racing.
Black Racing. No, that's Black Nagata, and that's the 24, the 5, and the 7.
All right.
As CD Moore is
Completely
now
changing the subject here.
Absolutely.
Update on the 8 car of Robert Hounrada, and by car I mean truck again. That right front damage really is not helping him. He's gotten swallowed up by the second pack back here, and he's just really holding guys up because these guys are going by him on the outside, they're going by him on the inside. He's just having a very rough time right now. As we see him just in the hornet's nest. Oh, yes he does. Looks like he may have gotten either into the wall as well, or somebody got into the back of him on the initial start of the race, maybe?
Yeah, is it possible he might have been involved in that initial incident?
He could have been.
He may have actually started it, who knows? But
that is a very tight battle there. As 84 is still trying to get by on Rada, but as we see, who is that? Is that the 15?
Brandon Benedict, he hits the wall.
Ooh, he's going to lose a lot of momentum there, and he's going to get swallowed up.
Yeah, here comes Ed Hub to try to drive to his inside. And did I just see smoke? Maybe I'm just seeing something. But the 18, Corey Roth, excuse me. He is coming down pit road. What is going? I wish I could send it to Dave, but wonder what's going on with him.
It looks like these guys have fast repairs, correct? It looks like he might have just taken a fast repair and taken 4 fresh tires.
You think he might have been? He might have realized he was going a little bit too slow, or is it?
Possibly.
Ooh, the 07's in as well. I think these might be scheduled pit stops. Um, the because I'm pretty sure the stage end, of course, is around lap 45. So they're trying.
So
to
they may
short
be
pit.
able to make it.
Yeah, they're trying to short pit and make it to the end on fuel with fresher tires than everybody else right now.
I will say I do see the 07 is still in the pits, so I don't believe he's using his fast repair yet. He may be just sitting and riding it out. But with the 18, he's 2 laps down at the moment. I don't see him being able to make up that much time on these leaders. So that he might be trying the short pit, but I personally don't really see it working out for them because of where they were when they decided to pit.
I wonder if Jesse Rathburn was actually penalized for speeding on pit road, but he's been in there now for a while, so it's possible he might be fixing required repairs.
Yeah, that could be very well it, and he might be regretting not taking that fast repair.
Yeah.
So we see Ed Huck clear Connor Driscoll coming out of 2.
They were just racing 3 wide as the 07 now is leaving pit road. He's going to be, what, 4 or 5 laps down? He's pretty much out of this race already.
He's got to hope that not many other drivers go laps down and we get a couple quick cautions so he can get closer back into the field. But with Corey Raw 2 down, Fred Thompson 1 down, and John Perkins 1 down, it's not looking like that's going to help him at this moment.
These guys that are racing, they have pretty well spread out. So.
Yeah, we still have a 6-truck breakaway out of the front. We got the front 3 nose to tail. Then we got the 88 of Nicholas Burlow and C.D. Moore nose to tail. And then we got Alan Bledsoe kind of holding on to their draft right back there in P6. And it's about 3 seconds back to Joshua Smallwood in 7th.
Yeah, about 3 seconds back.
He's got a gap of his own to the 84 of Bryton Hutchins. So those
a small one. It's about a second to Hutchins.
Yeah, as we see the 88 come down pit road, Nicholas Burlow.
Your points leader, he's down pit road now. And a couple more down pit road, the 22, I believe, and the 15.
Yep. As you were mentioning a couple laps ago, that fuel window did open for the end of the stage, so those guys are definitely within that window to make it. I can see the 88 possibly making this work if he doesn't get a caution. If he gets a caution anytime in the next few laps, we actually have the 98, 48, and C.D. Moore coming down pit road as well.
Okay.
Wholesale pit stops.
Was not in front of Stephen Black. Am I going crazy or?
I think he may have gotten a really good pit entry. I know you can gain a lot of time when it comes to that. Did Steven? No, he didn't slide through his box. It looked close, but he didn't slide through. He could have gained a lot of time on entry. I know personally I can gain anywhere from a second to a second and a half on somebody just on pit entry alone. If you decide to say, you know what, I don't care if I'm close to speeding, I'm gonna make it.
And now we're halfway through this stage, and everybody is coming to pit road. As we see somebody going sideways, I think that was the 00 of Brian Dublé.
Quite possibly it is, but we still have a couple guys out on the track. We've got Connor Driscoll leading the race right now with Patrick Coro in 2nd. Casey Campbell in 3rd, Brad Collins in 4th, and Clark Gennikin, well, as we see actually Connor Driscoll come into the pits. It looks like we've got Casey Campbell, Brad Collins. Patrick Coro stays out on the racetrack.
So he will take over your lead. He will lead a lap as well.
Yeah, him and Benjamin White still have not pit just yet. If I was a betting man, I'd bet they're going to be pitting within the next lap or two. They were probably just staying out to get that lap lead, as you did mention, get a little extra bonus points. As we see the 91 come down into pit road, just don't speed, don't speed, don't speed. It looks like he'll be good. And I
Yep,
believe
just made it.
22, yes, the 22 is also pulling in now. So it looks like one of the guys that have pitted once this all cycles through, Corey Melton's actually going to be your race leader.
And the 7 car, getting word the 7 car is coming in a second time. He has been caught for an unsafe pit exit.
Oh,
Didn't quite get past past that blue line before he went out on track.
popped up.
So
That's unfortunate for Ed Huck. He was running good up there towards the top 10.
yeah, he was running
So yeah,
right there with the 91 right in front of him, I believe.
so he's Corey Melton. He's got a gap on Steven Black, our assumed teammate for him.
Yeah. And I mean, it's a 4-car breakaway now. Corey Melton, Stephen Black, Clark Gennikin, and C.D. Moore are your top 4. And then it's quite a large gap to 5th place Alan Bledsoe.
Yeah, the short pit really seems to be helping those guys on the fresher tires. They've really made that work for their positioning. They were just able to read it and time it pretty well. Right, split the stage in half.
Yeah, and Alan's actually going to be under pressure from the 84. It looks like here pretty shortly. He might be down on speed. I'm not sure.
Possibly. It doesn't really look like he has any damage, so it doesn't look like he's down on engine power unless he maybe took 2 tires, which I don't see that working, but everybody's got their own strategies, so we'll see how this kind of plays out as we see the 84 actually closing in just a little bit more on that 24 car truck.
You almost did it again.
I caught myself a little bit faster, but not quick enough.
And
Fast on the racetrack, not in the broadcast booth.
But so while we've got a little bit of time, let's run through your top 10. Dalton, would you alternate every 5 drivers with me?
Sure thing.
Start
You want me to
with,
start?
Corey Melton up front.
All right. Well, as we did just discuss, Corey Melton is your race leader with the 98 of Stephen Black in second, and Clark Gennikin is in third. C.D. Moore in 4th place, and Alan Bledsoe is in 5th.
In 6th place is going to be Brighton Hutchings, and in 7th, Michael Sensi. Joshua Smallwood is in 8th place, and in 9th place is going to be the 8 car of Robert Monrado, Nick Waller, very early on. I would imagine he's used his faster pair, one of his 2 faster pairs already. And in 10th, Connor Driscoll, under pressure from the 00.
Yeah, as you mentioned, the 00 of Brian Duplay. I probably butchered that terribly.
You got it right.
Duplay. All right. The 00 of Brian Duplay is in P11. We got Brandon Benedict in the 16 and 12th. Jeremy Shearer in 13th. I'm waiting on the scoring monitor because I can't see it. I don't have it up. The 67 of Brad Collins in 14th, and the 91 of Patrick Coro is in 15th position.
In 16th position is the 73 of Casey Campbell, followed not so closely by the number 22 of Benjamin White. Nicholas Burlow, after a speeding penalty, is now 1 lap down, and Corey Roth is racing him for that lucky dog in 19th, and John Perkins in 20th position.
In 21st, we've got Fred Thompson. 22nd, Dave Gage. 23rd is Ed Huck. 24th is Brian Tarnowski, and 25th is Jesse Rathbone.
Who is now 3 laps down. Unfortunate day for him. It doesn't look like it's going to get any better either.
Yeah, all you can do is when you have a start to a race like this, you just got to really just ride it out and hope something potentially happens. Is Clark Gennikin is right up the trunk lid of Corey Milton, and he's putting a lot of pressure on him.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that battle as we've got a 3-truck battle here, racing into turn 3 between Nicholas Burlow, Brighton Hutchings, and Joshua Smallwood.
Burlow on that outside. Ooh. Brighton Hutchings not happy with Nicholas Burlow right now. He's like, let me get to the top.
Michael Sensi is right in front of this group, so this is a really strong, a very strong pack right here.
Yeah, right now Michael Sensi is laughing, looking in his rearview mirror like, thank you, Nicholas Burlow. Letting me get some clean space.
But this is, thank you guys to BRM, the Burn Rubber Media, for getting us this blimp camera. It gets us a very bird's eye view on the action.
Providing that aerial coverage.
And we have had a pass for the lead. I'm not sure what happened to the 48, but he is way back there. Maybe we need to take a look at if there's a replay of this, because he was not this far back. Let's take a look.
Yeah, let's go see. It looks like probably coming out of turn 4 on this lap here. It looks like maybe the 48 might have gotten to the wall, and that took some of his momentum. I could be wrong, though.
Very real possibility. So they go into turn 3 and 4, and let's see if Melton hits the wall here. Oh, yes,
he does. He gets it in the wall. Drove it in just a little bit too much. And Kansas, as much as you have to ride the wall, they don't literally mean ride the wall.
Yeah.
You gotta stay at least a little bit off the wall. Otherwise, you lose 3 or 4 spots in one corner, and really just a lot of speed as the run goes on, because it will tear your truck up.
All the way to 4th place, and he's going to try to make that up. CD Moore and CD Black are racing for position there, racing for 2nd, but let's see if that scrubs a whole lot of speed off the race car, or off the truck, and see if that puts him in a bad enough position to actually fall into the clutches of the 24. However, I don't exactly see that happening.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he is falling off the back of the 98 at all. It looks like he's actually catching him. So who knows? Maybe he made the adjustment to his race truck, and it's made his truck faster by scraping the wall just a little bit, fixing camber or something.
I couldn't possibly see that happening, but I guess anything is possible, especially when you've got the talent of that Corey Melton kid.
Yep. Definitely does seem like I'm kind of rubbing off on you in the wrong way, because you're doing the cars versus truck thing too.
Yeah.
I apologize for my unprofessionalism in being able to recognize what vehicle these guys are driving.
And we've got a side-by-side race for 2nd place. CD Moore and Stephen Black racing there, coming out of turn 2. Corey Melton's going to take advantage of it. He's going to stay up high and get the momentum on that high side and follow CD Moore right past Black.
Yep. Stage is about to be done, and I want to say about 5 laps here as we have Clark Gennikin taking the line. Should be 5 laps left in the stage at this point. Really, the only way I see passes happening is... Sorry. I don't know what that was, but the only way I'd see a pass actually happening is somebody gets a run out of the corner and is able to get side by side on the bottom of whatever truck they're trying to pass, and goes into the corner, drives it in deep, and tries to pull that slider. But they've got to be dead even with them going into the corner, otherwise they're not going to clear them.
Yeah, speaking of riding the bottom, that's exactly what Brighton Hutchings and Connor Driscoll are doing right now. As we come to the getting close to the end of this stage, they are, and there it is, the race lap number 42, the end of lap, or as the top 10 take lap 42. The caution is out, and Connor Driscoll and Brighton Hutchings were racing for that position. Clark Gennican, however, is going to win the stage. He's going to get those 10 bonus points. Followed by C.D. Moore, Corey Melton, Stephen Black, Alan Bledsoe in 5th, Brighton Hutchings, Connor Driscoll, Joshua Smallwood, Michael Sensi, and Robert Hunrada round out the top 10, and those who will get points for this stage.
Now, from here on, it will be pretty much straightforward. Once you pit here, you've got one more stop you've got to nail. I'm thinking these guys are going to do something similar as to what they did for the stage. They're going to split it right down the middle. I don't see them really trying to drag out their run too long, just because fresh tires, if you're anywhere close to the leaders, are going to mean so much more.
Clark Gennican comes to pit road along with pretty much the rest of the field. That's everybody right there.
Yeah, everybody on the lead lap will be coming down pit road here because they cannot really afford to stay out on old tires, because if they do, they are just going to be, without lack of a better term, a moving chicane.
Yeah, old tires do not work here. Even though this track doesn't wear out your tires that much, it wears out your tires just enough to where you're going to be real slow if you don't take new tires here.
And also, sliding into your pit box, you can slide through it and have to back up like Stephen Black just did.
Yep,
so that's going to cost him some time. As Clark Gennican will be your race leader out of the pits. Stephen Black's actually going to make it out second.
Yeah, he still made it out second place. He had.
Wonder what happened to C.D. Moore and Corey Milton.
Wow, C.D. Moore's just now leaving pit road. There he is there.
I wonder if he was just waiting to. I don't know why he'd be waiting.
Corey Melton, I'm assuming, was fixing the damage he got off the by hitting the wall.
As we have a surprise third guest joining the booth.
That happened to be. Oh, it's Jesse. How's it going, Jesse? Welcome to.
Welcome to the halfway point of the Kansas race.
Right.
All right. Just thought I would check in, see what was going on. Didn't mean to actually join. I just wanted to pop in and see what you guys were doing, but I didn't know it would connect me voice-wise.
Well, you're here anyway, so.
Yeah. Well, I'll jump off because I have got dogs and boys and all kinds of stuff here. So enjoy.
Hopefully,
the rest
no
of the
peanut butter involved. I'm sorry, we're gonna need to cut that. We're gonna need to cut that.
We will be right back after these messages. Welcome back, everybody, as we are entering turn number 4. The pace truck is about to leave the racetrack and hand the field off to Clark Gennican and Stephen Black on the front row. Here we go.
Clark Gennican gets a good jump on the field. He's going to be long clear of Stephen Black and Brighton Hutchings. Brighton's actually going to be clear of Stephen Black as well. They're probably going to... That's probably going to be your top 3 for the next foreseeable future until we see something else happen. We might see Brighton try and make a move on Clark here. So he does have a little bit of a run. He's not quite there yet, but we'll have to see. Oh, as Stephen Black drives it in.
Wow,
makes it
drove
stick.
deep. He gets up next to the 81.
He's really going for it there. As we see everybody from fourth on back pretty much side by side.
But we've got
They're
to
kind of sorting it out right now. Blimcam brought to you by the Burnt Rubber Media. So we see Connor Driscoll move up into third place, and Stephen Black did get around Clark Gennican, and he does have the lead.
Pushes Stephen Black into turn 3. That only adds momentum to that 98. He is pushing that truck hard going through these corners.
He's definitely trying to make up for sliding through his pit stall during that.
See Moore almost get into it there.
These guys are racing hard because they know if once the we're 3 wide coming out of turn 2. CD Moore, Hunrada, and who is that? Is that the 24? Is that Alan Bledsoe?
84.
That's the 84. I can't see from this blimp. I am blind. Now CD Moore is inside the 24. Right?
Yes.
All right. Okay, I'm getting it slowly. Clark Gennican is back on that rear bumper of Stephen Black up battling for the lead. Still kind of keep a little eye on this battle for, well, third on back as Corey Mellon gets around Connor Driscoll for third.
These guys are racing hard right now.
As Alan Bledsoe hits the apron, that causes him to get a little squirrely. He loses some momentum. Here comes that 84 truck coming, looking to the outside. He's not going to get
makes a block. Woo, that was tight.
That was close. That made the 84 check up, and you can see that effect happening from quite a few ways back as Alan Bledsoe's looking for more, trying to get around Connor Driscoll. Here comes that move I was talking about. He is able to actually clear him. Looks like he might have clipped the apron again as Connor Driscoll has some connection issues and blinks out real quick. And here comes the 84 of Brighton Hutchings. I'm sorry, Brighton. He makes the move. I said that because there's one guy that I talked to in another league. His name is Bryson. It's very close. But Alan Bledsoe gets the move done. He's up into fifth. He's going to try and hunt down those front 4.
And, the top 6 now are all single file. Now 7 as Hunrada and Sensi. They actually had a little bit of contact at Las Vegas, if you remember that, Connor? I'm thinking of the 11. I apologize to all of you.
We're getting names all wrong up in here, but that's perfectly normal.
For me, yes.
And apparently for me too, so let's make this work so well. Everybody's still just content staying single file except for Connor Driscoll. He's still looking to the inside of that 84. I don't see that working out for him. He's just leaving the top open. Here comes Hunrada. He's got to run on the outside, and he's going to get blocked.
Yep.
And Hunrada drives it in on the inside, but gets blocked again by the 11.
Stays in front of Hunrada, trying to keep him in his draft, trying to keep him in the...
And here comes the 92 to the outside of Hunrada. He's going to be able to probably get that position coming out of turn 2, depending on what Hunrada does.
These guys are surprisingly, they're staying on the bottom. They're trying to take the short way around this racetrack as Connor Driscoll gets pushed from this 92 Michael Sensi.
Yeah, Michael Sensi is not going to be too happy because he had a really good run and a lot of momentum built up there, and he's actually going to get to the outside of Connor Driscoll, and he's going to take that position up into to P number 7. Going to hunt after Brian Hutchings now that I'm saying his name right. Connor Driscoll kind of dropping back just a little bit. Alan Bledsoe looking to the inside of CD Moore. He's side by side with him down the backstretch, and CD Moore's actually going to clear him going into turn 3.
Yep. Not quite enough momentum on that bottom to be able to race with that 25 truck as Robert Hunrada and Connor Driscoll still going at it right now. They're still in the hornet's nest. As Hunrada
Oh,
clips the apron.
Oh, and Hanrada gets turned sideways. He's gonna save it.
Oh boy.
Save it,
Yep,
save it,
he
save it.
saved
He saved it. No caution. Oh, never mind. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Caution is out. Pace truck is on the racetrack, and he will pick up the 98 of Stephen Black. Let's take a look and see what happened here.
It looked like Hanrada just got onto the apron trying to get underneath Connor Driscoll. That he had to lift because he didn't want. He started pushing tight, had to lift, and then the 00 just got into the back of him and sent him sideways. That was very good truck control to be able to hold on to that, being that sideways.
Yeah, and I mean it's really surprising because he just barely touched the apron.
Yeah, that's how on edge these trucks are. Second you hit something irregular that changes, yeah, he hits the change in banking, it gets air underneath the truck and changes the handling drastically, and he's blown all out of proportion and just struggling at that point. He's just along for the ride as soon as the 00 gets into him.
Great truck control, like you said, though, to keep it off the inside wall.
Now this is interesting with the timing of the caution here, because I believe this is right outside the fuel window. So I'm thinking some guys are going to try to stretch it.
Everybody's
So I
on
believe
pit
it
road.
is possible. Everybody's getting 4 fresh tires. No big surprise there. Stephen Black's still going to be your leader out of the pits. Looks like, who is that?
Corey
Is that
Melton just
Corey
beat
Melton
Clark
beats out
Hennigan.
Clark Hennigan?
Alan Bledsoe loses a spot off pit road as well to Michael Sensi. Michael Sensi actually ended up in front of C.D. Moore.
Yeah.
As we
As
now have your leader Stephen Black out on the racetrack, what were you gonna say, Dalton? We're about to go to break.
Well, I was just going to be something about strategy, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'll save it till after break.
Okay. We will be right back after these messages. Welcome back, everybody. We are entering. Base Truck is entering turn 3, and we've got some very interesting strategy as we come back to the restart. Stephen Black and Michael Sensi will lead the way, and Alan Bledsoe coming to pit road. What is going on, Dalton?
Well, what I think is happening here is we see Stephen Black get a good jump on the rest of the field as they're trying to figure out what Alan Bledsoe was doing. Here's my idea. The fuel window is about 30 laps. The caution came out with about 34 to 33 laps to go. Most of these guys that have stayed out and are up towards the front, they may be a little short on fuel as we see Michael Sensi go into the inside on Stephen Black. We did have quite a few drivers duck back into pit road before we went green, as we did see from the 24 of Alan Bledsoe top back off to make sure they've got enough fuel. And most of those guys, they're going to have at least a lap, maybe 2 more laps, as actually the caution is out.
Oh, what the caution come out for? Let's see, the 07 and the 88 are
Potentially.
way
The 88
back
coming
there.
back down pit road. Oh, yeah, he's got damage.
Yeah, let's go
What
back
happened
and see
there?
what happened here. This
They
is
were
going into
running
turn
inside the
1.
top 10, it looks like.
Jesse Rathburn touches the apron, and there it
TA
is.
just had nowhere to go.
Yep.
They both spin to the inside. 88 looks like he's...
Oh,
Oh,
that's a
massive
hard
hit. That is a massive hit for your points leader.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate for the 88 car or truck. Dang it.
Hey, I'm not the only one.
No, apparently you're not.
But the one thing that does do is open up the strategy window and blow that ride open, because everybody can make it here if they just top off.
And you
So.
know who the real big winner there is? Alan Bledsoe came down pit road, coming to the green flag. He was expecting to go a lap down, and that caution came out at the perfect time. Alan Bledsoe is now, well, he's in prime position. He's got the most fuel out of anybody right now.
Absolutely. And I think what Mr. Alan Bledsoe needs to do is paint a giant golden horseshoe somewhere on that truck, because that is probably the luckiest break I've seen out of anybody in this truck series.
Wow.
Am I wrong though? Maybe right where that tie logo is on the on the deck lid.
Yeah, no, it was pretty freaking lucky. I understand that. But yeah, looks like Stephen Black. We missed the pit sequence while while we were taking a look at the replay. Stephen Black came down pit road to top off with fuel, and Brad Collins is now your leader.
He's gonna be your leader.
This is very, very interesting. But yeah, with that quick caution, this really messes up strategies. We know that the 98 can more than likely make it now, and everybody pretty much behind him that also came in, such as the 92, the 11, the 16, and the 25, and the 38. All those guys are pretty much good on fuel. We think the 24 has just enough to make it, but what about everybody up in the front?
Well, I will say having this quick caution, especially with it being right on the fuel window compared to the last one, they didn't really run much under green, so they didn't burn too much fuel there. So I'm thinking, because normally under caution you only use about half of what you would use under green, maybe even less. I'm thinking that might have pushed some of these guys into the window, so they might be good here. So pretty much front 9, top 9 should all be close. 10th on back should be guaranteed to make it. So it's going to be interesting to kind of see how this plays out, as we have just pretty much an entire new top 5, top 10 for the most part. I mean, you know, Brad Collins out in the lead, Casey Campbell in second. Haven't really heard much from either of them all night.
Seventh place is the first car of the guy. Is the first truck of the guys that have actually been running up front. As Brad Collins gets a huge.
What a start! You got to wonder if Casey Campbell spun its tires there.
He was definitely sleeping or something. It was that was a bad start.
They're 3 wide, Hanrada on the apron again. I'm getting Vietnam flashbacks. They are still 3 wide going into turn 3. Let's see what happens here. Now they're just straight side by side. Hanrada may potentially clear Casey Campbell. Doesn't look like he's going to. But the field is just pretty much double file right behind Brad Collins. He's just gone.
23 laps to go, and they're racing like it's under 10.
Yeah, it might as well be, because once those tires start to wear a little bit and they all move up to the top, having whatever track position you can get is amazing, as Corey Melton just drives it in the middle 3 wide underneath the 15 truck.
Now he's under the 73, right between the 73 and the 42. These guys are racing tight.
Yeah, Corey Melton is trying to make up for these guys trying to play a strategy, and he's gonna clear to 73, almost. Not quite. 3 wide again. 15's coming back at the 48. 42 still on the inside.
Yep.
Oh,
42.
he is pinching him down hard. That 42 is going to start pushing tight. 48's going to probably clear him going into turn 1. He's got to run. As we see Clark Gennikin looking... He's looking to the outside of Brad Collins. We've actually had a change for the lead. Robert Hunrada went to the lead, and here comes Clark Gennikin.
All the way
He's
to the inside.
side by side with him.
How did Robert Hunrada, who just wrecked 2 cautions ago, he's up front already? What a comeback.
Beats me. He must be wheeling and dealing that race truck as fast as he can get it. As now Alan Bledsoe's in the middle, 3 wide. CD Moore on the inside. Casey Campbell on the top. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Wow,
This could get bad. This could get really bad. CD Moore pushes up.
Loose.
He gets loose. Casey
And
Campbell into the
73
fence.
wall. Yep.
They're 3 wide again.
This is
Oh, this is. Oh
This
man,
is
they know it's
crazy.
go time. It is go time. These guys have known it. It is go time.
another 3 wide move to 11.
We got a car in the grass back there. Slow on the apron.
I didn't
Can't
even
tell
see
who
it.
that was. All I saw was one car advertising its
Oh,
own
we
lawn
got
care
a
services.
spin.
Seeding more pins. He saves it, but the caution does come out. Robert Hunrada will be your leader.
That's a lot of damage on the left side of that race truck.
Let's see if he still has a faster pair. He may. He probably will.
He should still have a faster pair. I haven't seen him get into any trouble at all. He caused the 73 to hit the wall, and he just spun, and that's about the most trouble I've seen him in. But let's go back and take a look and see what happened exactly.
Let's see here. He is.
Gets into the 22.
Yeah, looks like he just pushed a little tight, and then the 84 gets in the left rear of him as well. 22 doesn't look like he has too bad damage. Maybe some on that right rear potentially, and on the nose, but doesn't look like his is too bad.
I believe the 92 was also involved. Let's go to the blimp and see how that happened. So the 22 and the 25. 25 dives it in deep to try and get next to the 22. And slides up the racetrack. 92
Oh,
and
15 was involved
nowhere
in
to
it.
go. And the 25 comes down into the 84 of Brighton Hutchings and spins himself out there. Tough
Yeah, that
break
was,
for that race, or for those 5 drivers. That's gonna be a faster pair for sure for all of them.
Yeah, especially at this point in the race, you can't afford to be that much down on speed. 'Cause you're going to need everything you can get with guys being as aggressive as they have been, especially since that last restart. As we actually have a couple guys coming in the pits. Looks like everybody's pitting except for Brad Collins, John Perkins, Connor Driscoll, and the 24 of Alan Bledsoe. Interesting strategy call here, as Honorada's going to be the first out of pit road, with Clark Gennikin right behind him, and I think Corey Melton behind him too.
And that
It's going to be interesting to see what the difference on new tires versus slightly older tires is going to be.
that was 4 of your top 5. Alan Bledsoe was sitting in the top. It was sitting in 5th, Robert Hunrada was in 1st, and then it was Brad Collins, right? I can't remember. My brain's having a heart attack, I guess.
I believe that would be having a stroke. It's definitely going to be interesting to see what Brad Collins and the rest of the top 4 are going to be able to do. It's definitely interesting to see just how much confidence these guys have in their tires versus just coming in and getting fresh sets. Because we saw on fresh tires some of these guys are able to make that inside work. That's going to be how they're going to have to make the pass, and they haven't really lost a lot of positioning as Alan Bledsoe comes in. He takes tires, but he's going to lose a lot of track position.
Making another very interesting pit road decision under this caution. That who knows if that's going to work out or not.
Could possibly work out. You never know until the checker flag sings and the fat lady sings.
Okay.
Yes, I know. I'm sorry. Until the checkered flag swings and the fat lady sings. Here we go. That's what I was trying to say.
That sounds a little better.
I'm embarrassing myself doing this.
We love having fun on this broadcast. It's great. It's great. But they should be coming to one to go here this time by. As your top 10, Brad Collins, John Perkins, Connor Driscoll have all stayed out under this caution. Robert Hunrada, Clark Ginnikin, Corey Melton, Brighton Hutchings, C.D. Moore, and Casey Campbell round out the top 10. Those guys have all pitted already.
Brad Collins does take the outside here for this restart. That's going to be interesting because he's going to have the first guy on fresh tires right behind him, and they're both going to be in the preferred racing line. So I'm thinking Brad Collins is going to try to go as quickly as he can and hold Honrada behind him.
I can imagine that the 8 he's gonna hope that the 8 car gives him a push instead of trying to take him 3 wide. I don't see that happening. As aggressive as Robert Hunrada is, I can see Hunrada actually trying to make a move, try to get by the 67 and the 42 all at once.
Well, let's just hope he's not over aggressive.
Who knows
But
what's gonna happen.
All right, working through turns 3 and 4. The pace truck is about to head off. Field's going to be back in the hands of Mr. Brad Collins on that outside in that 67 truck. 14 to go when we get to the line, and he's gone.
Yep, Brad Collins off to a huge restart. The 42 does not fall for it, though. He stays right with them, but he does have a little bit of damage on that right side. What's that going to do to that truck? Here comes Connor Driscoll trying to stay right there, get to his inside.
42 throws a block. The 42 threw a block, and Driscoll said, I am not having any of that. I am going to pass you on the bottom.
Oh, my word.
Here comes the 42. They're side by side for the lead.
Driscoll.
Almost 3 wide.
Wow. This is the 42.
Bump drafting at Kansas?
Yeah.
3 wide for the lead. Oh, no. This is about to be bad.
That was tight.
Oh, wow. Somebody had to lift there, otherwise there was going to be a huge pile up at the front. Connor Driscoll almost put himself in a position where that was going to be really bad as Corey Melton on the fresh tires gets underneath him. Oh, they make contact.
I got something to do real quick, so it's on you right now.
All right. Oh, there's contact. Connor Driscoll goes around. Going into turn 1. Caution. Shirley's going to come out here. No caution? Pace car is not moving? I guess there is no caution. As we stay focused on Connor Driscoll, Oh, no, caution is out. Caution is out. Looks like Brad Collins is still going to be your leader here. Need the guy in control. Here we go. Brad Collins still going to be your race leader. Looks like Corey Melton has worked his way up to 2nd. John Perkins fell back to 3rd position. Clark Ginnikin is in 4th. Brian Hutchings in 5th. Stephen Black in 6th. Joshua Smallwood 7th. C.D. Moore 8th. Casey Campbell is in 9th. And Nicholas Burlow is back in 10th. Timings of these cautions, it's really helping these guys be able to make it on fuel, and it's also cutting down the time they're gonna have to hold off these guys on fresh rubber. I don't really think we'll see anybody come down pit road here, especially with there only being 10 laps to go when they cross the line this time. So they're probably going to have 6, maybe 7 laps to go when it comes down time for a restart. The level of aggression is we don't see anybody up in the front top 10 even think about ducking down there. These guys have made their gambles, and they are...
I'm back.
Yes, sir.
Um,
All right.
you saw what happened live. What exactly happened to the 11? Why was he backwards?
Going into the corner, it looks like him and I want to say potentially the 81 made contact and turned the 11 around. Yes, it was the 81. It looks like 11 just kind of turned down a little bit. 81 kind of turned to the right just a bit, and they just came together, and that just turned the 11 sideways. And really ended his chance at getting a really good run coming out of this race. And I'm surprised it took so long for the caution to come out, because the caution didn't come out until the 11 was pretty much on the apron.
As hard as they were racing, that is a little bit of a surprise. I remember when I had to do, you know, take a short time out. It was pretty intense.
This is the end of this race is going to be interesting, as we see Driscoll. He did take a fast repair there. Most drivers will still end up having one unless they've been involved in multiple cautions. I really don't know any driver who's going to be out of a fast repair at this point, other than maybe the 92 and the 07.
Yeah, they're
But
both out of this race.
I really just off, and I apologize to everybody watching at home.
Don't apologize.
I'm bringing the average IQ of the broadcast team down.
The more fun we have here, the more we can laugh, the better off we are. I mean, it's
If you don't laugh at yourself, what are you laughing at?
right. We're all good here. So, the 67 leads, and I believe you went through our top 10 already. So,
Yes, sir.
pace lights, or the lights are going to go out on the pace truck this time by. Coming to 1 to go. Where's Brad Collins going to restart this race?
I think he needs to be restarting out on the outside, which it looks like he's going to do. It's just, you have the preferred line, you're going to have the momentum, especially going up against the fresh tires that you're going to have right underneath you with that 48. He's going to need to do a lot of defending here.
Oh, yeah.
Which I potentially see him being able to do. I've raced with Brad Collins for years. Well, not years, but for quite a while. And he's very good, especially when he knows it's go time. And there's no better time for it to be go time than 7 to go on a restart leading.
And you can hear him. He's clutching it as much as he can, trying to save as much fuel as he can, because he hasn't pitted since that first caution came out to start this stage.
That is correct, but I do believe he will be good. I think what he may be saving for is just in case there is a green-white checker. As pace truck's off, he gets a good jump. He's got a couple truck lengths on Corey Melton. Got a little bit of room to breathe, but he's going to need to take advantage of that as much as he can.
As old as his tires are, I'd say you're probably right. Melton clips the apron just a little bit. That's not going to scrub that much speed off, though. And
Just quite yet, at least.
Yeah, where's the next car? 81. 81 racing the 42.
He's got John Perkins underneath him.
And
Melton. Corey Melton is right behind Brad Collins here.
He actually had to get out of the throttle. Pace truck is back out on the racetrack. What happened here?
It looks like 24.
Yep, the 24 has been involved in another wreck, or in a wreck here. What happened exactly? boy, that's going to bring out the green-white checkered, too. I just realized that. This is a green-white checkered.
See, looks like we got
Racing
the
side by
zero.
side with the 16 gets a little bit loose off the corner. 24 bump drafts with the double zero, and then the 16 just kind of slides up into both of them.
Yeah, the contact with the doubles. Oh, as we see, who was that?
5.
Is that the
Brian Tarnowski maybe just barely eked out of that. No, he's got damage on that rear spoiler. He did get involved in that. Tough break for the double zero, the 24, the 16, the 22, and the 5 all got damage from that wreck.
You know, the one guy that is really not liking the fact that there was another caution, your race leader, Brad Collins, while there is less time that he has to hold off Corey Melton, he's still going to be tight on fuel for this green-white checker. So it's going to be it'll be interesting to see if he's saved enough gas under these cautions to be able to at least have enough for said green-white checker.
Yeah.
But we'll have to see what happens if he can hold off that hard charging 48, because he had a couple truck lengths on the initial start, and that gap was gone by the time they got into turn 3 and 4.
I think Brad Collins, I mean, obviously he's trying his darndest to stay out in front during this green-white check, and actually here comes everybody. Everybody's coming to pit road, including the 67 and the 48. All your leaders are on pit road, except for the 25.
CD Moore. We've got the 38 of Joshua Smallwood. It looks like maybe Nicholas Barlow stayed out. We have a lot of guys pit, and a lot of guys are gambling on those fresh tires. This could be this is gonna shake everything up.
Yeah.
Nicholas Barlow's out in 3rd. Casey Campbell in 4th. Brandon Benedict rounding out the top 5.
Robert Honrada. Oh,
this threw a monkey wrench in everybody. As we see the 84 almost beat the 67 out of the pits.
Oh, 3 wide coming out of the pits. Who won that race off pit road?
Looks like the 48 actually beat the 67 out of the pits there. That was...
won the race.
So did I. Unless the 67 got a speeding penalty. He might have gotten a speeding penalty.
I guess
that might be why he's letting by the 48 and the 84.
Oh, that would be very unfortunate. Had a really good run. He was the leader right before this pit sequence. If that is
he was. Now that's gone. Let's see. Where is everybody going to cycle out that just pit for 4 fresh tires?
Well, we're about to find out this time by as
it's looking like it's probably going to be outside the top, either outside, just outside, or right at the top 10.
What is going on here? Why is Seymour?
I believe him and Joshua Smallwood are saving fuel potentially, or what? Wait, what? I'm just as clueless as you are.
Okay, guys, we missed this when we actually, when we just saw this, but I'm getting word that everybody in the top 10 that was in the top 10 on that restart is getting an EOL, because everybody in that top 10 used the apron, changing lanes before the restart, or before the
you cannot do that. You cannot do that.
And that is going to allow Nicholas Barlow to restart as your leader. This is crazy. CD Moore falls all the way back. And now you've got Barlow.
Green flag. Nicholas Barlow's got a little bit of wheel spin. He does get away well, though.
So did the 16 of Brandon Benedict.
Here comes Robert Honrada. We've seen him get aggressive. How aggressive he's going to get. 2 to go. He's actually going to be clear of that 16 truck. Here comes Connor Driscoll, who's had his up and downs all night. Robert Honrado with a run, getting to the outside of Nicholas Burlow here.
Burlow tries to make a block to the inside. He's got old tires. Hunrada with the momentum on the outside.
Looks like he might be able to get that pass done as we're coming to the white flag.
White flag is out. Robert Hunrada leads that lap. And it's a four-truck race, as Dave Gage is also coming up on this pack.
Oh, they're about to be 3 wide here. That 16 is really not giving that 88 any room down the backstretch. That's all that's doing is helping Honrada.
Hunrada by himself. The 16 hits the wall. Hunrada coming out of turn 4, 11, making a block on the 404. Hunrada wins the race.
What a finish there.
Robert Hunrada with an incredible move to try to get out in front of the 11 and the 88.
Honestly, I was even talking about it before the restart happened. What is that 8 truck going to do? And he made the right moves. It looks like he's got his teammate Patrick Coro coming up and giving him a little donut on the side of his car.
I think those guys are quasi teammates. They're not quite teammates on the racetrack, but they are
sponsor teammates. Gotcha.
Right. Robert Hunrada
we saw
with his first win of the season. You're about to see the burnouts brought to you by Burnt Rubber Media. I mean, you can see it on his sponsor right there on the back of his truck. He's also got the zombie sponsor up there, all over his race truck. Zombie is a proud sponsor of the truck series here in the American Sim Racing, Motor Racing League, and he is fully burning it out.
As he should. He made a couple great moves there and blocked the lines he needed to block to be able to come away with the victory. So congratulations to Robert Honrada.
After 2 incidents where he was involved, where he had to actually use his fast repair, he was able to get the appropriate repairs, and he's gotten his truck up front on fresh tires.
Yeah, obviously made the right strategy call and was able to recover.
Incredible race by Robert Hunrada. Recover is definitely the right word for it. But we need to start headed out of here. Let's take a look real quick at your standings after Kansas Motor Speedway. This was race 5 out of 26. So let's take a look at this. So, after race 5 of 27, Kansas Motor Speedway, Nicholas Burlow remains your leader after a great another top 5 finish. That's 4 out of 5 races. He is super consistent up there. Connor Driscoll up 1, Robert Hunrada up 1. Both of them have wins this season. Joshua Smallwood and C.D. Moore round out the top 5. Go ahead, Dalton.
Got Alan Bledsoe in 6th place, only a couple points right behind C.D. Moore. Then we got Patrick Coro in 7th, Clark Gennican 8th, gaining 5 spots actually after this race. Brian Tarnowski is actually in a tie with Clark Gennican for 8th, but we just got him in 9th right here. And Corey Melton is rounding out the top 10 in the standings.
11th place, Brad Collins. Stephen Black up 4 spots to 12th. Brad Collins with that very unfortunate timing for the caution. And Corey Roth, Brandon Benedict up 4 spots. And Michael Senzi loses a spot after having a really bad outing in this race. Ended up out of the race last place.
Now, one driver we did not see out there tonight, Michael Overstreet, he loses 6 spots down to a tie for 15th with Michael Senzi. He's still ahead of Benjamin White in 17th, Dave Gage in 18th, Jeremy Shearer in 19th, and Jesse Rathburn in 20th.
So that was a really great race by these guys. Let's go over where everybody finished, and I guess I should probably have that up for you because you can't exactly see it. So after Kansas Speedway, let's bring this up. Robert Hunrada was your winner. Nicholas Burlow in second, Connor Driscoll, David Gage, and Patrick Coro round out your top 5.
And we got Alan Bledsoe in 6th, just like he is in the standings. Jeremy Shearer in 7th with a very good run. Clark Ginnikin in 8th. Brendan Benedict in 9th. And Brian Tarnowski rounding out your top 10.
In 11th place was C.D. Moore in that 25 truck. Had a very up and down day, I would say. In 12th, Joshua Smallwood. 13th was Brighton Hutchings. He was running up front pretty much the entire race. 14th, Stephen Black had a dominant race truck. Just had some things not go his way. But he's already got a win in the bag, so he won Phoenix just last week. Or not last week, 2 weeks ago. That was 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. And in 15th, John Perkins.
In 16th, we've got Brian Dublé. 17th, Casey Campbell. 18th, Brad Collins, who was looking like he might be able to squeak out a win there and just made the same strategy call as the rest of, the top 7 there for that last race start and just wasn't able to recover. Benjamin White in 19th and Corey Melton rounding out the top 20. Another one of those front runners that just wasn't able to recover.
Ended up the first car 1 lap down. In 21st, Ed Huck. In 22nd, Corey Roth. 23rd was Fred Thompson. Michael Sensi, 24th. So he wasn't last. He was second to last. And Jesse Rathburn qualified 25th, finished 25th. Very unfortunate race for him. 24 laps down that race. But that is going to do it, everybody. This has been Kansas Motor Speedway. Let's take a look real quick at that burnout one more time as we sign out. This has been Alan Bledsoe and
Don Kilrow.